Hey guys, it's Miss Tate here. We're going to learn a specific division strategy today. I just simply call block division. So if you go ahead and title your paper in your journal, Block Division, I'll show you how it works. So we know that division is making equal groups of things. So let's say I have 552 total little pieces of corn here. So total pieces. Let's say I want to split it into two equal groups. I want to know how many equal groups, I want to know how many pieces are going to be in those two equal groups if I split them into two equal groups. So that's a division problem, right? Equal groups. So it would be, right, 552 divided by 2 equals, well, what? That's what we're going to figure out today. So the strategy that we do is called block division. So it looks kind of like an area model, but it's for dividing here. So let me show you how we're going to do it. We're going to draw a big block. And I'm going to put our number in it. So we have 552. And we're splitting it into two equal groups. So for like hundreds, tens, ones, 552. And we're going to divide it into two equal groups. What I do is I'm just going to take it one block at a time. So let's say I'm starting with 5. So let me get 5 little corn kernels here. So I've got 5, okay, and I want to make groups of 2. How many groups of 2 can I make with 5 corn kernels? Well, there's one group of 2 right here. Here's another group of 2. How many groups of 2 could I make with these 5 pieces? I can make 2 groups of 2. And how many pieces was that? That was using 4 pieces. And then you subtract those 4 pieces. And look, I've got one little guy left over right here. That's where I get this one from. So I did 2 groups of 2 is 4 pieces. So it's kind of like multiplication as well. 2 times 2 is 4 pieces. And then I had one guy left over. So what we do is next, we're going to move to the next block. So this one guy, I'm going to move it and put it right in front of this 5. So now the 5 in this next column is not a 5 anymore because I moved the 1 over. What number is this now? It's not a 5, it's a 15. So here, let's take 15 pieces and see how many groups of 2 we can make with 15 pieces. So here's my 15 pieces. Let's see how many groups of 2 we can make. There's 1, 2, 3, they're rolling all over the place, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can't make an extra group with this last piece. So I can make 7 groups of 2 with these 15 pieces. So the 7 goes on top. How many pieces was that for my 7 groups of 2, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That was 14 pieces. Subtract our 15 minus these 14. And I have this one little guy left over again. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to move it next door. So now this number is not a 2 anymore. I'm now looking at 12. So I'm going to take my 12 pieces if you need them. And we're going to see how many groups of 2 can we make with these 12 pieces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can make 6 groups. Do I have any left over for this one? Everything's in pairs, so no. I can make 6 equal groups of 2. What was 6 groups of 2? It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It was 12 exactly. I have no remainders. Nothing is left over for this one. So and there's no other boxes. So what I have done here is I've taken 552, our original problem, I split it into two equal groups, and the answer is this top number right here. So the answer for 552 divided by 2 is 276. We're going to practice several more of those. You can continue to use pieces. I know Ms. Krug has some little red and blue tiles you can use if you need those. Or keep practicing with it this way and we'll count by multiples. So I'm just going to come up with another number. Let's say we have 187, let's say divided by 5. We don't know what that is. So it's 187 pieces, and I want to make little groups of 5. I want to know how many groups of 5 can I actually make. So I'm going to make my block. I'm going to put 187 in the 3 squares, and I'm dividing it into 5 equal groups. So the 5 goes on the outside. Again, use a sticky note if you want to, or just kind of take it one block at a time. I have the 1 right here. Here's one piece. Can I make 5 groups with just one piece? No, I can only make one group. It's just one piece. I can't make 5 equal groups with just one piece. So that means I can make 0 groups, right? 0 groups of 5 with this one piece. I can make no groups. So what that means is I need to move this one over to the next one. So here I have now 18 pieces. If you think you have 18 pieces, how many groups of 5 can we make out of 18 pieces? Well, let's count by 5 to figure it out. Okay, you can make 5, that's one group. 10, that's 2 groups. 15, that's 3 groups. 20, that's 4 groups. Can I make 4 groups? That would have been 20 pieces, and I only have 18 pieces. So can I make 20? I can't make 4 groups because I only have 18 pieces. So I've got to go back down to 3. So I can make 3 equal groups of 5. How many pieces would be 3 equal groups of 5? So 5, 10, 15. That would be using 15 pieces. Now we'll subtract 18 minus 15 would be what? 3. We've got 3 leftover pieces. Now I take those 3 leftover pieces. I can't make a group of 5 with them. So I'm going to take it and move it to the next spot. So now instead of 7, I'm looking at 37. So imagine you have 37 pieces, or count out 37 pieces. How many groups of 5 can we make with 37 pieces? Well, let's count by 5s to figure it out. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can still make 35. 40. Could I make 8 groups? No, that would take 40 pieces to make 8 groups. And how many pieces do I have? I only have 37 pieces, so I can't make 8 groups. Could I make 7 groups? 7 groups would be 35 pieces. Do I have 35 pieces? Yes, I do. So I can make 7 groups of 5, which would be 35 pieces. We subtract 37 minus 35, which is 2. But there's not another place to move this to. So what this 2 is, once I get to the end, this is going to be our remainder. So there are going to be 2 pieces left over. So for 187 divided into 5 groups, answers here at the top, which would be just 37, and I have 2 left over, remainder 2. So 187 divided by 5 is 37, remainder 2. Okay, we're going to try one more together, then I'm going to give you guys some practice problems to work on. Alright, coming up with another random number. And this will work, it works for 4-digit numbers, it works for 3-digit numbers, it works for 2-digit numbers. So I'll show you, we'll try a 4-digit number together, okay? So let's say we have 2,365, and we want to divide that into 6 equal groups, or groups of 6. So we want to know what that is. I'm going to set it up the same way, except for this time, instead of 3 boxes, because these were 3-digit numbers, make a prediction. How many boxes am I going to have? You're right, it's going to be 4 boxes, because I'm now dealing with a 4-digit number. So make your box a little bit longer. Divide in half, divide in half, divide in half. So we have 2,365. I'm going to divide by 6. All right, I'm going to cover up these numbers for now and take it one block at a time. So 2, I've got only 2 pieces. Can I make 6 equal groups with 2 pieces? No, look, I can only make 2 groups. 1 group. I can't split it into 6 pieces because I only have 2. So I can make no groups of 6 with only 2 pieces. So I can make none of that. So what I have to do is move that 2 over to the next place value. So move the 2 over. Now we have 23. How many groups of 6 can I make out of 23 pieces? If I had 1 group of 6, that would be 6. 2 groups of 6 would be 12. 3 groups of 6 would be 18. 4 groups of 6 would be 24 pieces. Do I have 24 pieces? No. I only have 23 pieces. So I can't make a 4th group of 6 yet because I only have 23 pieces. So I know I can make 3 groups of 6, which would be 18. Now let's subtract. I can't do 3 minus 8, so we have to regroup. Okay, what's 13 minus 8? You guys sit and figure that out. 5, right? Okay, 1 minus 1 is nothing. So I take this 5. I'm going to move it over to the next place value. All right, how many times can 6 go into 56? How many groups of 6 can I make? Oh, I have to know my multiples of 6 to do this problem. Guess what? That's why multiplication facts are so important for us, even in division. If you're stuck on this one, sit there. You can make a T-chart of your 6's, right? 12, 3, 18. What you can also do, strategy, look here, the back of every single journal you have a multiplication chart which you can use as well. So look, I've got 56 pieces. Let's look at our multiples of 6 to see how close we can get. So 1 group would be 6, 2 groups would be 12, 3 groups 18, 4 groups 24, 5 groups 30, 6 groups 36, 7 groups 42, 8 groups 48, 9 groups 54. How many pieces do we have? 56. Let's keep going. 10 groups 60. Could I make 10 groups? Do I have 60 pieces? No, I only have 56 pieces. So I can't make 10 groups, which means I can make only 9 groups. And that was using 54 pieces. Let's subtract. 56 minus 54 would be 2 leftover pieces. Take our 2, move it to the next place, and we have 25 divided by 6. I can make 4 equal groups using 25 pieces, which would be using 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. I don't have another block to move that to, so that means this is going to be our remainder. So we have the answer here. So the answer is 394 with a remainder of 1. 394, remainder of 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the page and give you guys some practice problems to work on. Use the tiles or manipulatives to help you if you need them. So split them up to make different groups of pieces, okay? So I'm just going to write them across and leave gaps for you guys to do. So we'll practice at least 3 here, and then Miss Krug can give you guys some more practice problems to do or work on the assignment Miss Jones left for you out of the book using this strategy to help you. So I'm just going to come up with some random numbers. Let's say 362 let's say divided into groups of 4. So you would set it up this way. I'm just going to help you set it up. And then you guys will solve them by yourselves. So 362 into groups of 4. Why don't you guys try 1,286. Let's say into groups of 5. So it would be like this. 1,286 divided into groups of 5. And let's see, how about 621? Let's say divided into groups of 8. I'm just totally making these up off the top of my head, so they probably will have remainders, but they could be even. I'm not sure. 621 divided by 8. So there you go. You guys practice this using this strategy. If you need to, Ms. Krug can rewind the video and have you guys watch it again, or she can explain each of these things. Grab a sticky note if you need it to help cover up the pieces as you move along like this, as you go from piece to piece to piece, okay? Good luck. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and see you guys soon.